Yes, hello guys. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on the location. And for the connect with me this evening. My name is Chidime Apostle Alfred Odion Oyinosa. The man with the talk am, the do am, the show am as it be. This evening, I want quick chook mouth for another matter. When it be say, like say a lot of person don't actually forget a matter 101. The youth now have voice in politics because of Governor Godwin Obaseki. The youth can't get voice for Edo in politics because of Governor Godwin Obaseki. Now, if you check the fight where the governor don't fight, whether in APC or in PDP, now to actually clear road for the youth to get voice in politics. Now, no, before now, if you don't know anybody for politics, for your word, for anywhere, they no go agree endorse you. They no go even agree for you to even buy nomination form. Why? Because of those old men when they sit down on top. So now they decide wetin dey happen. But Governor Godwin Obaseki fight one fight against godfatherism to make sure say he remove power from these old men, carry and hand over and give the youth. Before now, which youth wan actually come and say one contest or go say one go buy nomination form? E no dey. E no dey because of fear of the unknown, because of all these old cargo politicians, dem sit down put, so they come begin dey manipulate the youth. So the youth now come become their slave, the youth come become their errand boys. Now, if you discover before now, all these fathers in politics, they push their children, then they come dey use the youth as political talks. So the youth dey very good for talks, election rigging and the rest. But Governor Obaseki say no. He can't fight one fight. He fight for APC, he succeed. The same fight, now he continue for PDP. Now good fight. It was a fight of faith to hand over power to youth. Now, go check the numbers of youth wey don buy nomination form. Whether for under APC, whether under Labour Party, whether under PDP, go check out. Before now, it was never like that. Now, old men will they see. Old men, now will they see, not them. Not them divide for any position. But today, reverse is the case. Check Edo State House of Assembly currently. Go check all the people now where they contest. They are youth. Before now, youth no get voice. And the politics, the system we say Obaseki put for ground now, it don't dey metamorphose, they enter other region. In fact, it don't dey sweep through across the length and breadth of Nigeria. And this is just the gospel truth. It don't dey spread. Now the youth now don't dey pick interest in governance. Why? Because one man don't fight the fight. Because one man fight the fight for us. So which means now good fight, now Obaseki actually fight for the youth. Now by the time the governor don't come out, now we go really appreciate the kind of fight when he fight to make sure say he hand over power to the youth. Today, the youth can't get voice when it comes to politics in Edo. Not just in Edo, all over the country. Because of one man. Who be that man? Governor Godwin Obaseki. Now he become. The youth don't get voice before. The youth before were good to the fight for up chair. They go fight for up chair, then the up chair now come they fight for their own interest. They fight for the interest of their own children. So when they go any ward meeting, everything that they talk now their own stomach. It is their stomach infrastructure. So they don't really talk about the general welfare of the people. Now so it be before now. So when the governor said, these old men, this cabal, when the be saying that they control politics, the youth don't really get voice. It can't be said they can't render the youth, they can't make them to become useless. When they be say they only need the youth once the election come, they only need the youth for election. Maybe to go snatch ballot box to become whatever thing you call it. Excuse me, who is trying to join? Okay. God bless you, sir. So now the fight, when the government fight with this, today youth can't get voice in politics. All the young youth that we can't go buy form. Who before now they don't try am. Before now they don't go try am. Who want give them? I've got to content in a way that say you don't really need to get so billion in your account before you talk about politics, unlike before. So before, if you don't get money, you dare not buy form. But today, because you don't get the heart of service, you see people now they key into the idea. Because okay, hey, we like this person. They will begin to gather money together. Oh yeah, make we push this person. Now they happen today. Now they happen. Across the political party, the youth can't get voice, unlike before. The youth can't get voice before. Who want give them voice? Who? Who want give them voice? Is it all the godfather who say that they fight for their own children? They fight for their own interest? They fight for their own stomach? But today, the reverse is the case. We must understand this. And that's the reason I must say kudos to Governor Godwin of Obaseki for fighting the fight of faith. Now, good fight, then the governor fight for us. This is the truth and nothing but the truth. And any other people, persons where they fight them now from different angle is chief for their stomach and their family. Just check the way youth now they pick interest. I know so many youth now we don't buy form. Some now say they want to become a senator. Some say they want to go House of Rep. Some now they go for House of Assembly. Who give them the mind? Obaseki. Now Obaseki give them the mind. So I want to say kudos to Governor Godwin of Obaseki for making the youth to begin to have voice in politics. If not for the youth, if not for Obaseki, youth for don't get voice when it comes to politics. Before that, you just the yes and one leader, and then they talk what when they reach. Anything the leader talk is final. Nobody they change them once you don't talk and you don't talk. I feel we're here. But today, you now see youth not having voice. They can't get voice to say, this thing is not clear where. Who? Because of Governor Godwin of Obaseki. When he opened up the China, Obaseki opened up the China for the youth to understand their role in politics. Obaseki now can't do any with that. People now can't get interest. The youth now can't get interest in governance. Before now, the youth not get interest in governance. The youth don't get interest. The youth only have interest when they come to, up chair, let's fight for our leader, make our leader. And meanwhile, when they fight for the leader, they fight for their own children. The leader, they fight for their own children. But today, the youth now have voice in politics. We must say kudos to Governor Godwin of Obaseki. Kudos. You cannot take that away from him. You cannot take that away from him. Why they take time? Because a lot of people don't forget. They don't forget. They'll say, this will not be you. This will now who set the base. The governor fight to make sure say the youth become relevant when it comes to politics. Of a truth, as of today, the youth are not relevant in politics. The youth are not relevant and active in politics. Why? Because one man don't fight the fight. Because one man fight the fight. He fight the fight for APC. He fight the fight for PDP. So that the youth could fit occupy position. He makes sure say he fight these old men, these cabal, so that the youth could get say when it comes to governance. Now, when they say the youth are the leaders of tomorrow, how can a youth be a leader of tomorrow without participating in the politics that we carry, that we usher them into that level? How? How can a youth become a leader of tomorrow without participating in the system that will usher them into tomorrow? That's what they've been saying. Oh, the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. The youth are the leaders of tomorrow. And these old men, they were not even ready to relinquish power for the youth to come into the system. These cabals, these old men in all political platforms, they're not ready to relinquish power to the youth. But the government fight them to stand still. He makes sure that they give way so that the youth go get voice. Today, I feel tell you say the youth can't get voice now when it comes to politics. In Edo, the youth now have voice. Who is responsible? Governor Godwin Obaseki. We must appreciate him for that. We must really, really appreciate Governor for this kind of thing. You know, these are the different aspects when it be say a lot of person will worry, others will think about. Now one person now fight that fight. Who fight that fight? Now Obaseki. When the governor they fight those godfather, they fight all of them. People still say the governor they fight for his own interest. No. In the fight for the future of the youth. In the fight for the future of the youth. And today, the governor don't open our eyes. Check the current people now where they go House of Assembly. They are youth. Go check. The current set of men now where they go House of Assembly now they be youth. And this one are the same youth where all those fathers they use as an errand boys. Excuse me. Yes, I'm on a live broadcast now, sir. Yes, I'm on a live broadcast now, sir. All right, thank you. That was checking, yeah. So, go check. The current set of men where they go out of assembly today, they be youth. They're youth. So they now have a say in governance. Who actually opened that door? Obaseki. Go check House of Rep. Even the youth, even the set of people they go House of Rep now, they are youth. They not be great grandfather. They not be ancestors. They not be ancestors. They are youth. Go check the set of people where they go House of Rep today. They are youth. Youth them more. Why? Because one man don't break the obstacle. He pieces the obstacle. He destroys for road. Before now, who be youth with one board to say one go buy nomination form? They never born you well. They never born you. Who be that youth we go wake up go say now I want to contest as a House of Assembly member in Edo in Nigeria. Look at Banky W. A youth going for House of Rep. Why? Because people somebody don't break the barrier to sit and say, come, you can actually venture into politics without having billions in your account. Without having billions in your account. And once we know this, then we will appreciate the kind foundation where Obaseki don't lead. And I'm not saying I understand for friends. I always talk about as they be. So Obaseki don't lay foundation for the youth to now have a say in politics. Obaseki na man you be. In fact, I respect you. Obaseki na man you be. Oga Ohi na man you be. So guys, we must appreciate the governor for doing that. We must really appreciate the governor. If not for the governor, the youth will not get voice. We for still shout, up chair, up chair, up chair. You will fight for your so-called leaders, then why the so-called leaders that will create room for their children? You never ask yourself, why all these our leaders not the front youth? They prefer to front themselves. They create position for their own children. What did I talk so? Why be say our fathers, our leaders for politics, not agree front youth? They prefer to push themselves. Then by the time they retire, they'll come put their children. Their children will come take over from them. They don't go like push the youth. They don't go like support the youth. But today, Obaseki fight the fight for PDP. He fight the fight for APC. so that the youth cannot have a say. Today, I can say yes, because of Obaseki, the youth now have voice in politics, in governance. Before now, the youth, they shy away. We say, no, we're not the enter. We'll begin to sweat the labor for one leader. We'll they sweat the labor for one guy. Where people can't go, they don't even know whether they exist. Why so? They could be a House of Assembly member for 8 years. The only thing they'll feedback for their community in a transformer. Why so? All these are our fathers. The only thing they'll feed do now to buy machine. The same machine, they don't go back get their own brother. They can't distribute machine. They go see a manpower. They'll see a youth development. Why not give way and allow the youth participate in governance? The idea of the youth are the leader of tomorrow. How can the youth become a leader of tomorrow when he does not have idea about the tomorrow? How can you say the youth will become ruler of tomorrow? They will lead tomorrow. How can the youth lead without being part of the system of governance? So now this darkness, now don't cover all sins when they deceive our people. But thank God, that kind of thing don't work again. If not only that thing Obaseki don't do, God, you try. We should break the monopoly. Today, Obaseki break the monopoly of politics. He break the monopoly to give room for the youth to pick interest. When I see some youth from Oriomo, from Wonde, they go out of assembly and they're happy. Who give them the mind? Obaseki. A Maton 101. A Maton 101. I give them that mind. And we must appreciate that. Go check some of our guys now when they go for House of Rep. They be youth. Are they youth? Why? Because a Maton 101 break the protocol. A Maton 101 break the protocol. Oh God. A Maton 101. A Maton 101. Obaseki na man you be. Like what my brother, they say even Agoko Edo, the youth in Fulham. Not so. A Maton 101. Oh, Gahi, I respect you. So guys, if person they do well, make we appreciate them. My brother said we want to retire all the old cargoes. Now Obaseki to one is scatter all of them. Yeah, structure. That is it. He break on the protocol. He remove all the old cargo for road. So they don't get first office. They don't get first office. But today, even those youth now when they go into politics, they are first office. Imagine somebody will be engineer now in a content as House of Rep member. Person will be say, nah, he dey into different trade. He dey contest now for House of Assembly. Your cousin no go do well. He go do well. He go use the engineering skill. He go know say, with this my feed, and now I do it on building. Opportunity for me to elevate my area. First office. Before now, all these old cargo, they don't get first office. Their life depend on politics. So their life depend on monthly allocation. Where they come, where we say the governor will share for political parties. That's what they depend on. So they don't get first office. So it's just on about stomach infrastructure. They were not fighting for the development of the state. Till tomorrow, they never they fight for the development of the country, but they fight for themselves. But today, the youth now have voice. Why? Because of one man, Governor Godwin Obaseki. Obaseki. The youth now have voice today because of Obaseki. We must appreciate him. I'm telling you, we must appreciate him. We must appreciate him. If not let this one we do, they scatter this old cargo, whether the old cargo with the PC, The old cargo with the PDP. He break that wing. He break that feather. But funny enough, thank God say most of the youths do they acknowledge am. They do they acknowledge the fact that say, if not be this man, we for not get voice. So if not be this man, we for not get voice when it come to politics. So we for still they shout up chair, up there. Oh, leader there, leader there, leader there. Everybody shout up leader, up leader, up leader, up leader. And the leader not ready for you. The leader doesn't really care. It was all about stomach infrastructure. But today the governor have done it. Go check most of the offices, look at youths. They're not picking interest in governance. Go so many communities. Those old cargo now, they lose their youth already. Yes, as I made the talks, those old cargo now, they lose their youth. They lose their followers. Why? Because those ones don't tire. Because they discover, even the old cargo where they fight for one position, they will carry their children. Their children never will occupy that position. Imagine somebody will not be senator. He don't retire. The next thing, once vacancy come, he go say make it picking go. Go say make it picking go. That will not be juju. See what my brother talk. Check to be honest, if now only falling hand where he give all this old cargo, he do well. Today, youth don't get voice. That is it. You don't get voice. You don't get voice. We now know our place in politics. Sometimes they come sham as inheritance from papa to Peking. Then the youth, when they suffer for them, they will remain there. They're just there. They go nowhere. But all thanks to Governor Godwin Obaseki for giving the youth voice in politics. All over the country, the youth now have voice in politics. Why? Because of one man. Who be that man? Governor Godwin Obaseki. He is not a perfect man. He is not a spirit, not a human being. But he makes sure say things go well for the people. He makes sure say things go well the way supposed to go well. We must appreciate them. If we are not appreciate them, me, I appreciate them more. Go check people with the Labour Party, people with the PDP, with the APC. They be youth. Majority of them are youth. Banking W are youth. Industry pick nomination for nomination form for PDP. Why? Because he get the push from Governor Obaseki. So Obaseki fight for us. But funny enough, now when he comes, now the people will really see what he do. I'm telling you. Most of these old cargo, they don't represent us. They only represent themselves. They only represent their stomach. Imagine especially the House of Assembly for 8 years. The only thing we people for a community in a transformer. Finish. One transformer. You see somebody with the House of Assembly for 8 years. The road when it did, he no push down to Finland. He never tie the road. Instead, he come on go build us for GROA. Why you can't represent the people? So the opposite they change that narrative. That it is no longer business as usual. Our Progressive Union. This is what we are, those elders, this is what we know them for. Our Progressive Union. For as long as not benefit, nobody should benefit from the system. Now, waiting destroy this country with this. And it's not supposed to be like that. That's why some of us now they pick interest in governance every day. We they pick interest in governance every day because we want to know more. We want to really know what they happen, what they saw. Why did no one really allow you to come in? Why did they deprive the youth? Why? But today, the youth are wise. The youth are wise. So now, what we need to do now make all the youth rally around the same youth. Whether from Oremo, whether from Owondeo, whether from Uronigbe, whether from Oviao, whether from Akoko Edo, anywhere, all the youth now rally around your youth. Rally around your youth. Support your youth. Now, support your youth. Now, support. If you go carry now the support old men, that not get sense. Any youth now we come and say, you come the stage that they shout, up chair, you see the campaign for old man, then something is wrong. Something is wrong. So, for those going for House of Assembly, youth do not support them. Those going for Senate, youth support them. Youth, and those when they go for House of Rep, you know, say this one get reputation, support them. When it comes to presidency, you say, can I like this one, support them. But nobody should force anybody. Not say because this one not support my candidate will become my enemy. Everybody must not support your candidate. But in all this, now who will make things good for us? Now we're interested in. From local government, from councillor, House of Assembly, the House of Rep, Senator. Now the person will get the interest of the people for heart. Now we will follow. All right. What my brother talk say? People they are aware. The people where they form say they don't know waiting if they do, what they do now stomach infrastructure. The dynamics of politics don't change. The dynamics of politics don't change. Whether they like them or not, do not be Lagos. Do not be Lagos. Now he give birth to sound. I like this speech. Oh, now he gives birth to sound to sound. No be Lagos. We don't wise. That's it. We don't wise. The people don't wise. The youth don't wake up. Youth, wake up. Go into politics. Support your own. Support your own. But today, God don't help Obaseki to take change the negative narrative about governance. Stomach infrastructure. Obaseki don't destroy. All those big belly, they don't get office, they don't get work. They just they wait for salary every month. Gaga Progressive Union. Before now, how many youth get voice? We say want to go buy nomination form. They never born you. Where we say the elder, the old cargo never carry the form, give it to their children. You never ask yourself, say, why do people always they front their children? They prefer to support their own children than to support you. You never ask yourself that question. Now, what did they play since? But that thing don't change now. It don't change. As many talk so, it don't change. It don't change. And now our guy named one. What be that person? Obaseki. So my people, I also make I just quick analyze the things we say Obaseki don't do. Okay. I mean to say I do not be Lagos. Now I give back to Oshun. Yes, now so you are very correct. Now the same thing what Obaseki do for the happen for Oshun State. Now strategic master. So the governor is actually strategic. As of today, the governor want to remove power. Okay. Oh, sorry, hey, make a quick change the date. Oh, no, we don't go back in Jesus' name. Forward ever. Thank you, Tina. Thank you. Mother Tina, thank you. Somebody give my degi echo. I never observe, I'm on no verse. Now 15. Allow down my army. So, Mother Tina, David, thank you. I appreciate you for that great observation. Thank you. Thank you. Wesley, Degane. Wesley. Mother Tina, thank you. Wesley. So, thank you for the observation. Allow down my army. So, guys, I did very, very happy. Bele, they sweet me well. Bele, they sweet me well. Bele, they sweet me well. The kind role we go to play. Yes, my brother Brian say, we must move forward, not backward. Tina, thank you. We move. We move. Mommy Angela, I'm for God bless you, mommy. God bless you, mom. So we must stand on the path of justice. Let's continue to appreciate Obaseki. If not be that fight, bro, if not be that fight, Obaseki fight, the youth will not get voice. I'm serious. If not be that fight, where Obaseki fight with those godfather, no, the youth will not get voice. We for say, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Would they lick their shoe? As they lick their shoe, will be laugh. They are fighting for my father. As they fight, the children will grow fat. You are fighting their children growing fat. But today, with a set of youth coming to governance, no. They are unique. I'm telling you, with the set of youth when they come into governance today, they are unique. I must confess, they are unique. These youth are really, really unique. I must confess, they are unique. The youth are really, really unique. And we must say kudos to Governor Godwin of Obaseki. Kudos. Kudos to Governor Godwin of Obaseki. So all the Christian youth, make una go join politics. So when I go join, we don't go live out for them. We don't live out for them. For how long? For how long? So any youth where you know, say they go for House of Assembly, whether from Ovia, whether from Uriomo, whether from Urunigbi, whether from Uwunde, and you know say na youth, support them. Support them. Support them. You understand? So, not be the party. Once you don't know whether the youth in the APC, you like her. The youth in the PDP, you like her. The youth in the Labour, you like her. You know she go deliver. Go ahead. Now the personality, and the personality. Okay, my brother just talked something now. He said we thank Governor Obaseki for this, but it should not interfere in the presidential election as the youth don't decide. We are obedient. Obaseki remain at best for Edo, and Peter Obi for Asorok. Yes, that's your opinion, and it's a wonderful opinion, wonderful opinion, wonderful opinion, and noted. So guys, so please, any youth from your community, it come out to represent you, whether it come out from Labour, whether it come out from APCO, whether it come out from PDP, and you know say you will represent us, you will represent you, support them. That is the truth. Support them. Now the credibility, now the person can actually make a change. But if some of really they look at all these parties, they don't fail. But let's look at the credibility of the person. You understand? Whether from Labour, whether from PDP, whether from APC, whether from ABGA, whether from AAC, when I don't say this person gain credibility, support. As far as our youth, not be a par for a power be 78 years old, one can contest as councillor. Not be juju be that. A power there will be 67 years old, one can contest as a local government chairman. That will not be juju. Eh? A power there 67 years old, one can contest as a House of Assembly member. I know now. Those who are supposed to take with their grandchildren. They're going to take their grandchildren out every Saturday. Then you to call the chief. I write something for my post a few hours ago. When a kingmaker want to crown himself king, he will never sit on the throne. What did I talk? When a kingmaker want to crown himself to become a king, he will never sit on the throne. When I go mark this word. In no guy you want to manipulate. You will never sit on the throne. Because your duty, you are kingmaker, you make people. You make people. And I repeat again, when a kingmaker want to crown himself to become king, he will never smell the throne. Never. Irrespective of the political affiliation, he no go smell the throne, he no go sit down there. He no go see him. So the idea of one old man Because in the 9 contest as House of Assembly member. No, now, House of Rep member, councillor. You see a power of 78 years old. See the contest, see one become a councillor. That will not be madness. That will not madness now. So all this a power, Mona go rest. All this a year, Mona go rest. Una suppose dey house. Now supposed to the lecture. See, what this old camp, what is supposed to the youth do now? Now to the lecture the youth to scare the mistake we will make. When I not make that mistake, they don't go great teach the youth. They don't go great teach the youth. They don't go teach the youth. They don't go great teach the youth. Eh? So all this is a power. What you not supposed to do now? Now to encourage the youth. Oh yeah, come. We are gonna take our blessing. The mistake we will make. We don't make that mistake. But instead of them to able to talk to advise the youth, they will call their youth from your salary. The African given is normal. But you must not lord over anybody. That's why I must continue to appreciate Obaseki for fighting with Godfather in APC and in PDP to the end. He fight them. The governor is battle ready. And the governor they lose any battle. My brother, know this and know peace. They fight Obaseki, they fight now for the youth. He want to remove power from this old man, cannot give youth. And now they do so. When I'm not surprised. Say the next House of Assembly set people who want to go House of Assembly. Now youth they could be. You when I'm not surprised, you know, see them in their 20, in their 25, 30, 40. Not them. Not them. Starting from Edo. Now we'll see them. Not be all those old cargo. Not be all those cargo. Let me put this call. Please, I'm on a live broadcast. I don't a live broadcast. I'll call you back. I did program. Yeah. So sorry, my people. So those old cargoes are supposed to be advisor. They're supposed to be advisor. Imagine person will be saying don't do politics since 19 no date. You do House of Assembly. In fact, you start from councillor, you come become chairman, from local government chairman, you come go House of Assembly, from House of Assembly, you go House of Rep, from Rep, you go Senate. Waiting, you don't get first office. So wait, they say there be pharmacy. Today they don't open one pharmaceutical company. Yeah, wanna really check them now. Wanna check out how you call yourself say you be pharmacy, yet you know if you build one pharmaceutical company. Wanna check that it makes sense. They don't say be engineer, and you know if you open one company. Wanna think on that. But wanna reason this matter. Wanna reason this matter. Eh? What is it matter now? What is this matter? How can you say you are pharmacy this? But for all your tenure, you not build one pharmaceutical company to say that you build when they're going to produce drugs. Maybe we're not reaching this matter. Not be to they gather you every weekend, they buy beer for them. No, we don't pass beer level. No, Agbera beer level. We want to be part of the system. Oh, let my brother talk. He said we don't burn all the old cargo. We not they shout it leader. It's a chair there again. We don't change them for them. Thank you, my brother, for the powerful speech. Okay. Or somebody saying, okay, Obaseki help us telling we the Edo Kingdom youth love it, but we will not support PDP for presidential. We all Edo Kingdom, we are obedient. Yes, that's your own opinion. Now, the governor is a PDP man, so you cannot expect him not to work for his party. It's not possible. It's not possible. So, being a governor of a state of a PDP, he will work for his presidential candidate. You can't change it. More not deceive ourselves. You understand? But one thing I know the governor will not do is that he will not force anybody against their will, choice. That's one thing the governor will never do. That's one thing. No. The governor will force you to say, you must. No, the governor too, the man 2 days sophisticated, but nobody will be on. Nobody really understand about Obaseki. You understand? But no this and no peace, and all things being equal, the governor have done well by breaking those barriers for the youth to have say in politics. I'm so happy to say the youth don't get voice when it comes to politics. The youth now have voice. They cannot speak, they cannot talk, they cannot decide. When I see the youth when they come for Red now, for Bobaka, Mwude, the youth and they see them, and they smile, but it is with me and they happy. Say yes, that's just supposed to be. Enough of this upchair generation. Enough of this upchair generation. You see person, you will labor finish, you labor for papa, you continue labor for your children. Wanna check on now? Wanna check on? Youth, you fight for papa, you continue to fight for your children. It makes sense. Guys, wanna reason out now? It makes sense. It don't make sense. We go see, we fight for their papa. No, their papa come out. Their children come. We continue to fight for their children. No, nah. Not be so. And not be so supposed to be. Emma radio. Emma, you know good. You're not good like that. You're not good like that. You understand? Emma radio. Now, this is another guy where they go for House of Rep now for Akuku Edo. Oh, I no go see him. Oh, sorry, I no go see him. I no go see him. So, this guy they go for House of Rep for Akuku Edo. Yeah, the guy in a marvelous. Marvelous. Young guy as an engineer. Yeah, marvelous or mobile Godwin. You understand? Godwin, you can imagine. Even the dear governor name. Marvelous or mobile Godwin. Even the dear governor name. Young guy, an engineer. An engineer. So let's support them. So as we don't do so, we don't pass. See what my brother talk. See we don't move past party politics right now. If you don't tell us what you don't do for our people before, my brother, you are your own. No level for you. Tell your people what you don't do. Some now will shame no, they will let them go to their village now to go campaign. Why? Because after election, they don't even know the road to their village. So election don't reach now, and you can't go back to your village because yes, who as an ordina, while the boy of a yeke, while both email, when it be say you fair campaign, they all of them sweat for you. As you don't win, you can't even switch off your phone, you can't change your line. You can't get 20 PA. So that those PA now can pick your phone number. You know they go talk to your community elders again. So election don't reach, they constantly remember and say, yes, I'm from one village, you can't go back. Bro, you are joking. The youth go change and follow you. But who do all these things? Governor Godwin of Obaseki. So my people, now so I want really talk and read this evening. I just want to appreciate Obaseki because say why? Now he don't open the eyes of the people. Now he break all the nyama for road. So she say come, you don't really need to know one Godfather before you campaign. Yes, now Obaseki do it. After today, you don't need to know one Godfather. You just do good. You just play your part for your local. Politics is local. Whether you are from anywhere from the village, plan local. Excuse me. I do on the live broadcast. I'll call you back, please. Huh? I do on the Monday. So guys, sorry for that. You understand? Politics now local. You must go back to the grassroots. Tell your people what you want to do, tell them what you don't do, and things go walk where the way supposed to walk where. Well, all thanks to Obaseki that you don't need to know anybody now. You don't need to know one Godfather. Say, yes, they look for Godfather endorsement. No. Now the people will endorse you. The people now endorse you. So when the people endorse you, you are good to go. Once the people endorse you, you are good to go. So you don't need one man to anoint you. Before now, you need to look for one man to anoint you, to break all over your neck. But now you don't need to go to borrow money now because say you want to borrow money, go meet this leader, go meet that party leader, go meet that party leader. You just do your own grassroots work. But if you settle your grassroots, you are good to go. You are good to go. So guys, I want to say thank you. Those of you vying for different political position, please go and play your politics very well. Don't harass anybody. Tell the people what you want to do. And if you don't get record before know your border, because the people will stone you. If you don't just get record before know your border, and if you get record, play your record. Tell them why you want me to vote for you. And this is not time to harass anybody. Anybody want to post me, they do not harass anybody, irrespective of their political affiliation. When I just let them do what they want to do, you understand? You just go play your role, and before you know things will just go where the way it's supposed to go where. You understand? Go and campaign. Go tell your people what you want to do. Now, before you say you want to become House of Assembly member, your people know you. Our senator, your people know you. House of Rep member, your people know you. They know you. So you must learn this thing. Allow your people know you. Go back to your grassroots. Don't do the way you say you there Abuja, they'll go ring election for you, no work. You can't say you did Benin, they'll go ring election for you for village, you know work again. You know work. So if you have never been close to your people, you have never been doing the right thing for your people, now you want to say you want, my guy, forget it. Forget it. Politics don't pass that sentiment, don't pass so. People now ready to collect your money to go vote for the. They'll collect money from you to go support the candidate of their choice. That's the truth. They'll collect the money from your hand. They'll go and go support the candidate of their choice. So, Obaseki, you do well. God will bless you, and I thank you. Say you don't open the eyes of the youth. We come to say our youth don't get voice when it comes to governance. Our youth don't get voice now for politics. You do well. Now, so I want to can reach this evening. Make I not go talk with him. God not put for my mouth. My name is Trinidad Apostle Alfred or John. You know, so the man with the talk and the do on the show as they be. And I do well. Thank you very much. And a good night. Remember, make you not say your vote to. If you never go collect your PVC, go collect your PVC. If you never collect your PVC, go collect your PVC. No sell your vote. I beg una. Make una not sell una vote. Una vote the candidate of una choice. Una know what you now want. But if una vote any wrong person, then I will see support for the next 4 years. Now so I want to reach. Una do well. Bye-bye.